last time on Dice Funk.
You have found a secret passage! It becomes slowly evident that the walls are carved with patterns.
Do any of them look as if they say Cthulhu Fhtagn?
I'd probably say there's about a dozen knives.
Okay, I now have 12 knives.
The title of the book is called Teleportation and the Transmutation of Matter.
This is the teleporter room. Like, this is
shit.
where
A gutter in the floor, and it's stained.
Yeah, okay, that's blood.
That could be dried blood.
Anne casts light, the cantrip light, on one of her knives and throws it into the darkness to see.
It drops, and the light dims and goes out within seconds. Also, in the center of the room, there's a unpleasantly colored altar.
It's the nightmare room.
Okay, so this is a magic item, or...
Why don't you just call it Strange Dagger?
Anne kicks the door in.
They exchange a look between each other, and then move to attack you.
Okay.
Alright, that's enough. I'm so gonna kill these children.
Johnny, let me explain to you the way counting down works.
I don't need you to explain anything to me, Austin. I'm the dungeon master. I know things that you can't possibly imagine. So there's no sense in trying to explain things to me. My understanding of countdowns is arcane compared to your limited knowledge.
So anyway, hi, welcome to Dice Funk. I'm Jess, and I play the human druid, Jayne. And over to you, Leon!
I'm Leon, and I play Rinaldo, a human fighter. Austin.
Hello, I'm Austin Yorsky. I play Anne, the halfling cleric ranger. Guys, we're getting it done this week.
Yeah.
Just blasting through these intros.
Yeah, we have like time limits now, so let's just jump right in and like just start cracking heads.
Who's gonna introduce Johnny? Johnny.
Johnny, you have to introduce yourself. We're not introducing.
Nobody passed it to me. You guys were like all a team. You were like, "Hi, I'm Jess. I play Jayne the cleric." Over to you, Leon.
I'm
Leon
a druid, not a cleric.
Jess.
Let's be real here.
A druid. My apologies. All right. Well, come on, listener. Crawl up into old Uncle Johnny's lap and let me tell you about the time that I dang near killed 3 adventurers who thought they was good enough to take on my dungeon mastering skills. Yeehaw!
Okay.
So that was a thing that just happened.
The last thing that happened was we rolled for initiative, I think.
So our intrepid trio of heroes had managed to sneak into what appears to be some kind of secret... I don't know if I would describe it exactly as a dungeon, but there was a blood gutter in it, so that's close enough. A secret dungeon underneath the Pikmin Academy. And through their efforts, they managed to explore a laboratory and find nothing of use there, except a bunch of knives that were not very useful. A room that looks suspiciously like, well, not really suspiciously, because I pretty much confess that a large portion of the paint may have been naturally sourced from people's veins and arteries. And then, venturing further into the dungeon, managed to stumble upon a guard room where 2 young students of the Pikmin Academy, alarmed though unshaken by Rinaldo's attempts to intimidate them, have prepared for combat.
You did forget 2 things, though, Johnny.
Well, you found a funky dagger.
That's the one. Is that I found an important quest item, probably.
Well, I never said anything of the sort. I said you found a funky dagger.
Uh-huh. It was strongly implied. You know what the second thing you guys forgot was?
What?
John Cena?
No, I never forget about Cena or Dre. What do you guys think that wargs are smarter than Anne?
You have to tell me what a warg is first, because I don't know.
A warg is like a wolf, but since a wolf is an animal, it's unaligned. Wargs are evil.
They're grumpy wolves.
Yeah.
They're big, grumpy wolves.
So I might become a warg if you people keep pissing me off.
Oh.
We'll see. Do you think one is smarter than Anne? It's just an evil wolf, but maybe a little bigger.
I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say no. I think that Anne is actually dumber.
I don't know. I think dogs are pretty smart. I think wolves are pretty smart. And any wolf smart enough to be like, nah, I'm going to be evil is probably smarter than Anne.
So everyone says wargs are smarter than Anne?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, you guys win this week. Wargs have an intelligence of 7
Oh, jeez.
compared to Anne's 3.
That's a smart-ass wolf.
Yeah.
It's like smarter than like a chimpanzee. It's like, what's the deal with these wolves? Does being evil make you smart? That's a frightening concept.
Damn, D&D, going hard.
Yeah.
I think you just need to have a certain level of intelligence to recognize the dichotomy between good and evil, and then commit yourself to one.
Yeah, that's probably true. So the initiative was Anne, Milo, Rinaldo, Otis, Jayne.
Yeah, that's what I've got. I just want to do a quick count because the last time I got your hit points may have been out of date.
My hit points currently are 24 out of my 29 maximum.
Okay, that's what I've got for Leon.
22 for me. Out of I think 27. Let me check.
That's right. You leveled up, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm.
And in wolf form, you're 38. That's right, isn't it, Jayne?
It's 37, but yeah.
Okay, so before you start, one of the students produces a microphone from out of nowhere. And begins to address the party with a gesticulated pointed finger, saying, I don't know what these newcomers think they're gonna do, but they just can't walk into this house and pretend like they're the kings of everything. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading from my word funk notes.
I thought they were going to challenge us to a rap battle.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, judging from the really large, shiny belt around their waists, you think that it was probably going to be some other kind of altercation, but...
Yeah, at the SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I've got my, like I said, I'm reading from my word funk notes here, not my dice funk notes, so I just need to change over to that.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm sorry, I'm used to recording word funk on nights like this, and I kind of get in a particular mindset.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
No,
you're
not
fine.
at all.
Johnny's just being weird.
I just need to, I just kind of need to restart. That's all. So, okay, so, yeah, I guess we can jump right into combat then.
Can Anne pull out a microphone and rap back at him? Because we're gonna have a freestyle rap off now, because that's what I've decided. Hey, I'm Anne, and I'm here to say I love killing dudes in a major way.
Oh my god! Why is Darren not our board?
All right, so combat time?
Yes, combat time.
All right, so those two guys are standing next to each other, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Anne runs up on him, about 6 feet away from him, which is the closest you can be without being in melee range. Mm-hmm. And she's going to say a prayer to Avandra to summon up some magic power. Okay. And she's gonna pull a fucking G Gundam and cast Burning Hands on these motherfuckers. So they need to make dexterity DC 13 saves, because I'm blasting them.
Okay. Dexterity DC 13. Where are my stats? Where are my stats?
Oh
there are my stats. Okay, so DC 13. Okay, so first one makes it clearly. Second one does not make it.
All right, I'm casting Burning Hands as a second level, so the roll is going to be 4d6. One's going to take half, and one's going to take full.
Okay.
13 damage is the full, and the other one's going to take half, which is 6.
6. All right, so
Anne puts her hands out and blasts a cone of flames that surrounds both of the adult children, which is what I've decided to call them. Because they're in their 20s, but they're children at a school or whatever, so...
They're man-children.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, that means that it is now Milo's turn. Milo, we'll say, is the one who took half damage. So he gets a little singed. You put a little bit of ash on his uniform, and he seems a little bit more perturbed by that than, threatened by the fact that you're actually casting magic. So he, in turn, is going to strike back at you, Anne.
Bring it, Limp Dick.
And I believe that's a miss.
Johnny, 14 doesn't just miss. He stumbled out of the room and fell down the stairs and broke his neck.
14 is a solid roll. It's just not for...
Sorry, that's not supposed to be a 14. I'm sorry. I fudged the roll there. That should actually be a 12.
It's still... Even miss is even harder. Miss 2, miss harder.
He kind of flies forward at you at a kind of a very quick speed and attempts to land a foot in your face, but misses you by a considerable amount, but regains his balance pretty quickly.
And says, wait until it's my turn. I'm going to blast you again. You best give up. You're going to get blasted.
So that's Milo's turn. Now Leon.
Okay. I want to say something to these guys before Rinaldo starts swinging on them. Okay, this is what Rinaldo says. All right. Now, I'm a fighter. I'm a tactician. So listen to what I'm saying. There's 3 of us. There's 2 of you. We are armed. You are not. We have armor. You have school uniforms. We have a dire wolf. You are wolfless. We are next to the door. You are backed into the wall, meaning you can't escape. There is literally no way for you to win this fight. If you back down now, we will not kill you. That is what I say.
All right. They do not respond.
Bunch of dicks. This is such a bad idea for them to come after me. All right.
See, this is why I'm the dire wolf, because I literally would just be telling you to shut the hell up right now.
All right. Well, Rinaldo always feels like it's better to win by forfeit, but no, he goes for it. The one that was hurt the most, which one was that?
Otis.
Okay, I attack Otis, and I'm attacking non-lethally because I want to take Otis, I want to take Otis alive. I still don't understand how that works, but we're just going with it.
All damage is non-lethal.
Okay.
For me and Rinaldo. Jayne, you in as well?
I don't know if I could do that, but sure.
Burning hands is not non-lethal. That's fire.
Plus, don't you have to say that beforehand?
Yeah, I'm saying it now though.
As I understand it though, non-lethal damage doesn't become an issue until
the last hit. Yeah,
until the last hit. Yeah.
You basically are just telling the DM whether you want to let them bleed out or if you're gonna stabilize them.
All right, fair enough. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. I'm rolling to attack with my first Morning Star on the most hurt one.
Okay.
Nah, that's not that good. 8.
No, that is a miss.
Yeah. Oh well.
You in characteristic fashion, however, it's a flamboyant miss, and everybody is kind of stylish.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have the other Morning Star, so I'm going for it again. Yeah, 15.
That is another miss.
Really?
It looks as though it's going to hit, but Otis kind of manages to arch his back just a couple of inches away and slides out of range of your Morning Star swing, just so.
Okay.
He decides that that's a personal affront to him, and decides that he's going to attack you.
That's fair. Rinaldo accepts this. Ooh.
And I believe 17 is a hit.
Yeah, my armor class is 16, so yeah, I just made it.
You take 5 damage, Leon.
Alright. Current hit points are 19 right now. I'll be back in 1 minute. It's not my turn, so I'll be right back.
I'm not done yet.
I mean, he already left, so. Impromptu rave.
Sorry, I'm just reading this skill here that I thought I understood, but apparently I don't.
Cool. Those are my favorite kinds.
Is that good or bad? I don't know.
I guess it depends on the skill, doesn't it?
Okay. Hold on.
I'm holding on.
All right, so he is going to, at the expense of what is known as expertise die, he's going to make 2 more attacks.
Okay.
All right, so the first is going to be against you, Austin.
Wait, the guy who's engaged with Leon, he's not also engaged with me.
Is he not? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm engaged with one guy, and Rinaldo is engaged with the other.
Flurry of blows is a flurry of unarmed attacks striking several foes at once or one foe multiple times.
Yeah, he could if we were all together. I'm saying right now there's 2 separate fights going on.
It's a small room.
I guess. That's not...
Okay, all right. We'll divide it up. All right, so he attempts to engage Leon again, and hits.
So we thought these guys were wizards, but if they're flurry of blowsing, then they're monks. Yeah. We thought we walked into a sorcerer's apprentice, but it turned out to be a crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
God, this sucks.
the damage. All right, so that means that Leon takes another 6 damage.
Geez. I'm back, and I've taken 6 damage, apparently.
Yeah.
I sure have.
And possibly more. No. All right, so Leon, after missing Otis 2 times, and that second strike kind of just being just out of range, he bolts back forward and kind of gives you a good sharp punch in the solar plexus. You note that this pain is particularly different than most of the people who have punched you in the chainmail, insofar as that the man's hand does not break, and he doesn't even miss a step before planting an elbow underneath your chin.
I'm not happy about this.
That's Otis's turn.
Okay.
So now, Jayne the Wolf.
Oh my god, now I gotta beat some fucking monks. Okay,
Yeah, I mean, you're going to want to pack tactics, the weaker one, which is the one fighting Rinaldo.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna pack tactics and bite him.
Pack tactics.
And, you know what? He's pissing me off enough where I don't really care if I deal lethal damage or not.
Well,
all right, let's see if Jess goes in for the kill.
I really don't give a fuck. That's literally how I feel about this right now.
Okay.
D20 plus 4.
Plus 4. Okay. I never remember. I'm sorry. The last 3 sessions, I have absolutely done nothing but listen to the two of you talk.
I have my 2 things that I always have to roll just, written down so I copy and paste them into the chat.
11. Probably not good enough.
Yeah, but you get advantage, so roll a second time and pick the higher result.
Oh, right. 11.
All right. You bite, but you're kind of way off. So you try to salvage the situation by making it look like you were being really growly. So you're sort of yarr, yarr, grr, yarr.
Okay.
All right. Austin, back to you. Round 2, fight.
I feel like the Mortal Kombat music should be going on right now.
So I'm engaged with the guy with more health, and they're both engaged with the other guy. So I'm gonna solo this dude.
All right.
I'm making attack against his AC. It's gonna be a spell attack. So let's see if this hits. Ooh. 18.
That is a hit. Now, what arcane wizardry are you casting?
I'm casting Inflict Wounds at 2nd level, so Anne summons necrotic energy into her hand and slams it into the dude's face. And he is going to take, I believe, 40-10? Let me double check. This is not going to go great for him.
We warned him. I warned him 3 times.
Yeah, that's 40-10.
All right.
23 damage.
23 damage. All right, so you take your hands, slam it right into his face, and he flinches, pretty seriously. And he comes back, and it's one of his eyes is kind of melted a little bit, and his eyebrows are gone, and it he actually spits a couple of teeth out. Teeth that don't look like they've been cared for particularly well, despite the fact that everything you saw up until that point in time, he looked like he was reasonably diligent about his hygiene. But he's still standing, and he doesn't look happy, as, toothless and gummy as that expression is.
All right, bro, come on.
He's going to take the free action to gain a hit dice.
Damn.
And then you see him kind of breathe deeply and sort of focus, and he kind of tenses up, and you swear that you see his face kind of heal a little bit as he's doing this. But while he's doing his little tensing and breathing technique, you see his eye kind of clear up a little bit. His teeth are still fucking gone, and he looks ridiculous, but you see his eye clear up, and he takes so much time doing this that his turn passes, and it goes to Leon.
Okay. At this point, even with that heal, would we both agree that the person with the necrotic damage is now has taken the more damage of the 2?
Make a...
I know, I mean, just based on... I don't want to count, is what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm not...
You're already engaged in combat to the one guy. To disengage from him would waste your action.
Oh,
so you might
well,
as well
don't do that. Yeah. All right, no.
You might as well stick where you are.
No, in that case, guy in front of me, I wail on him pretty hard.
All right. Wail on him, Leon. Take that first swing.
All right.
Ring-a-ding-ding, baby.
The dice need to be with me at this point. I just been making terrible rolls. It's a 6.
All right. Try ring-a-ding-dong.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, there it is. 22.
Hot damn, son.
God damn, son.
Roll for damage, boyo.
I'm planning on it.
I don't understand what's up with these nicknames, but don't stop.
All right, 6.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So your first swing comes off as, we'll call it a distraction.
Okay.
Because afterwards I get the impression that Rinaldo would be like, hey, did you see how I distracted him with that one really sophisticated feint?
Oh, God.
That sounds so Rinaldo.
I feel like it would be like the sexiest voice he can muster, too.
Oh, absolutely. Like, he would try his hardest to work this situation to make it look exactly like...
That's exactly what he wanted.
He could easily get away with it too, because the first strike was so pathetic that nobody in the room can honestly believe that he was earnestly trying to do damage with anyone. But then the follow-up came so soundly. Like, no grazes, no, like, well, I only hit him in a non-vital area. It was a pretty, like, good, solid thump to the side of the head. And the guy, is dazed, obviously, a little bit. But it's pretty clear from seeing these guys move that they've been hit with hard stuff in the face before. So he shakes it off and manages to still kind of stay loose and get ready for his next strike, which he now takes against you, Leon.
Okay, bring it.
Fortunately for you, it seems as though the blow to the side of the head has managed to confuse his direction, and in what he would probably try to describe later to his friends as also a feint, but then probably fail miserably from doing, he just kind of waggles some fingers in the air, and you guys are vaguely, or what is it, I'm sorry, I was trying to do a reference there, but I can't remember.
You just gave up on it, the joke, and let us know.
No, I can't remember what it was called.
It's fine. You're okay. By the way, while you were just describing Rinaldo's voice, I'll never do his voice because it would sound racist. But in my head, he sounds like the world's most interesting man from the Dos Equis commercials. So that's what he sounds like.
Hang on, wait. I'm just looking it up right now. God damn it.
Johnny has to make this joke work.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah. So his hand kind of flails out, and he would describe this to his friends as a feint. But it looks really pathetic to you guys, and for some reason, the phrase "the touch of death" leaps into your head.
Okay.
You did it.
Yep, you sure did.
It took me time.
It's
took
okay.
me time to do.
It's all right.
Were they wizards, and then when we figured it out, you changed them to be monks just to spite us?
No. They've. Allow me to put it this way.
Okay.
All right. Most of the characters that you've encountered in the school are monks.
Like that. What was that one guy? Something hard body. The one guy that Rinaldo was gonna put in a headlock in the hallway, and you're like, he looks pretty fucking jacked for a student.
Oh yeah, fake Ulick. We don't know his name. We just pretended he was Ulick.
You see, like I told you back then. I was like, yeah, dude looks pretty jacked.
I still feel like I could take him.
Well, now's your chance, Leon, with all 13 of your hit points left.
Wait a minute. But neither of these guys are the fake Ulick, though, right?
No.
Okay. All right. Well.
No, you don't recognize either of these guys as being fake Ulick.
Leon, remember you have second wind. You can heal yourself.
Right.
D10 plus your level.
Right.
So I was okay because you're getting kind of low, but I didn't know if you were expecting me to throw you a healing spell.
No. I'm at 13.
It's a bonus action to do second wind, so you can still make one attack.
Yeah.
On the same turn you do it. So.
And that's on top of his hit dice, right?
Right.
Hit dice can only be spent during short rests.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You're right.
Oh, right.
I'm still trying to figure out these rules. Well, I'll second wind and then punch them next time.
I'm surprised how quickly you've picked this up, Austin, to tell you the truth. Although that opinion may be colored by the fact that when I remember learning D&D, I remember learning a very, very, like, a much more complicated version of D&D, so I have in the back of my mind this idea that it's like, oh my god, you're going to learn D&D? All right, well, you better take all these books and then retreat to a cave in Tibet for 4 years and not emerge until you can tell me the Thaco table for somebody wearing plate.
When I learned D&D, like, dwarf was a class. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't a race. He's like, so what do you do for a living? I'm a dwarf. It's just what I do. I am a dwarf. It's like a terrible caste-based job system. You just are a dwarf. So when I learned that there was more than that later, I was very excited, and I felt like I bought the wrong box. So, oh well.
Yeah, I mean, 5th edition is the simplest it's ever been, but I mean,
It's so accessible. I love it.
I read all 3 of the books. That, like, there's the Player's Handbook, the DM Guide, and the Monster Manual. I guess.
And you're talking about the published editions, right? Not just the free versions that you get on the site.
Yeah, I read the full like 400-page books.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess the Monster Manual isn't really rules so much. So 2 books on the rules, and I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of it. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm impressed. So with his touch of death, which is kind of like a weird sort of hang 10 thing that he sort of like waves out in the air after he misses and goes, he's expending expertise dice to attempt to attack again. And the first one hits Leon.
Oh, man.
And that lends you 3 damage.
Okay. So I'm at 10 now. That's not good.
And then one more try. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, let's do this.
Okay,
let's see if I die.
I haven't even looked up critical hit rules yet. I think this is the first critical hit of the game, isn't it? The first.
Natural. Ronaldo's gonna get punched to death. This is the end of Ronaldo.
Okay, so.
Oh, 6.
Oh, that's not so bad.
I lived through it.
All right. So after throwing you the touch of death and making a really weird noise, there's a short pause where he realizes that he looks like an idiot, and then has to sort of redeem himself. So he reaches one hand, grabs your shoulder, and kind of yanks at it really quite hard. Not quite dislocating it, but obviously bruising the joint. And while pulling it towards him, he takes his heel and kind of plants it just underneath your short ribs. You feel your internal organs compress.
Oh, that's like...
And are not particularly pleased with the sensation.
Okay.
For you, it ranks probably just above having 4 or 5 of your teeth pulled with pliers coated in, like, hot sauce, and, like, ghost pepper hot sauce, and probably just below having your hair continuously yanked out by a child that you are unable to put down.
Johnny, your descriptions are great. Okay. Whose turn is it? Because I've lost track of what's happening. I'm just in pain.
Now, it is now Jess's turn.
Kill this guy!
Hooray!
I say, kill him, wolf. That is what I say. And by the way, Ronaldo means it. He's done with this non-lethal idea.
That's great.
All right.
All right, so pack tactics, and I'm going to bite this motherfucker. God damn it.
Yeah,
sweet! Artificial 20!
All right. That's a connection. I mean, I don't feel like I need to explain that. So, by all means, please, Wolf, roll damage.
Well, there's the damage.
Oh,
It's not that much.
it's something, but geez.
6 damage to, was it Milo? No, it was Otis you guys were attacking.
Yeah.
Okay, and he has to make a strength check. Against DC 13, Austin?
Oh.
So yes, 13.
All right. So yes, you do manage to sink your teeth into his leg, and it occurs to you while you're trying to upend his leg and get him on the ground that his leg is unusually firm. You're kind of like, wow, this is a pretty muscly leg. And then for a brief second, the wolf instinct takes over, and you're like, I'd really like to eat this guy. I'll bet he's good. Unfortunately, your efforts to trip him up do not work, and he manages to retain his ground, passing the turn to Austin for round 3.
I'm going to eat this guy.
Wow.
I want him to die so much.
Wait, what? I
want him to die so much.
Can I eat him?
I'm fine. Let's kill him first, and then we'll decide what to do with the corpse.
Anne holds one hand up, like palm upward, and like a small ball of light floats up from it and then explodes, filling the room with light, which is radiance of the dawn, and they need to make Constitution DC 13 saves.
All right, Constitution.
As they are overwhelmed by holy light.
Oh boy. Okay, so Milo makes it. Otis does not make it.
All right.
So what does that entail?
They did 11 is the full damage. 5 would be half. Okay,
so Milo takes 5. Otis takes 11. All right. So now it's Milo's turn. Milo's increasingly frustrated with Anne because he's failed to land strikes twice now.
Stop sucking so much.
do you say that to him?
Yes.
Good.
I'm half your size, muscle bro hard body. Come at me.
He shakes his head in that, like, kung fu way that if cameras existed, you'd be absolutely positive that after he did it, it would, like, zoom in on him, and a drum would go, doom, doom. And he misses.
Damn right he does.
But, he's going to expend some expertise dice.
Oh, is he?
Uh-oh.
To suck more? Why waste all your dice sucking?
Math.
No, sorry. It's just that, like, I had to do character sheets up for these guys,
right.
Basically, you know. So he's going to expend 1 to attack again, and misses again.
Why am I not fighting this guy?
This guy sucks.
All right, so I think that hits you, Austin,
18 does not hit.
Sorry, 18 does not hit?
Nope, suck a dick.
Fuck, I thought you were...
19 now. At Ranger level 2, I took the defensive fighting style, which gave me 1 more AC. My AC is 19.
Oh, damn,
Bitches.
son. All right, Milo is looking pissed.
Get wrecked, dumb shit.
Leon, your turn.
No one can kill Anne.
I go after the guy who. Well, wait. First, I do my second win dealy. What do I roll exactly?
1d10 plus your level.
Okay,
so 3
plus 3. All right, hold on.
Get wrecked, dumb shit.
5. God damn it! I only get 5 back.
All right, so you're back up to 9 now, Leon.
Jesus Christ! This is the end of Rinaldo. I'm gonna get beat up by an unarmed man. This is terrible. All right, well I attack him because I guess I have to.
Yeah, that was your bonus action, so you still have your regular action, which means you can attack once.
Oh, once. Okay. Well, here goes nothing. Yes, 22.
I'm confident in admitting that that's a hit. All right, so 6 damage. You take a deep breath and kind of steel yourself. You feel a little bit more energized, like you can carry on for just a little bit longer, Leon. And then with that kind of momentum, as you feel yourself cresting, you sort of barrel into him. Not quite knocking him back a step, but sort of knocking him off like, you know, foot a little bit. And while you're doing it, you take the hilt of your Morningstar handle and you just crack it right down into his eye socket nose. His nose just starts spurting everywhere, and his eye swells up almost immediately, and he kind of, you know, like, grabs at it and stumbles back a little bit, obviously not out of range. But if you think you'd ever seen a serene, holy person with an entire, like, life dedicated to focus and maintenance of composure get the closest thing to angry, this would be it.
Okay.
Thankfully for you, after that crack right in the nose, he takes a moment to compose himself. All right. So, like you'd seen Milo do before, He takes a moment, kind of tenses up, breathes, but has his hands out in kind of this like guarding stance, and you see him sort of like visibly look just a little bit better. And the turn passes to Jess.
I'm gonna bite this motherfucker.
Wait, was there a roll for that? I don't, or is it
No.
just okay?
No,
never mind.
that's not a roll. That's
Okay.
It's called it's an ability called Wholeness of Body.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, so we're still pack tacticing this guy, right? The guy I want to eat.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I'm good with eating.
17.
All right, that is a hit, but you may as well roll. You rolled twice. Okay, all right, yeah, that's a hit. 17 is a hit. I'm just saying you should always roll twice because if you get the natural crit, take it.
Yeah, no, I know. All right, let's see. 7.
All right, 7 damage. Okay, so you go for his other leg this time because it's a little bit closer to you now that he sort of like took a step back to rebalance himself. And like, once again, you're kind of feeling a little bit peckish now. Like, this guy's sort of pissing you off, especially because he's not reacting in a way that you usually like to see your foes react with, like, pain and kind of like, oh god, no, my legs. He's keeping it pretty Bogart, pretty Fawns, He's cool. And that bothers you. But he is now bleeding profusely from, like, sort of the upper calf knee area, and he doesn't look like he's enjoying himself.
I'm pretty concerned because monks don't get wholeness of body until level 6, and you two are level 3, and I'm level 4.
Well, these guys obviously have a lot of hit points because we have done a lot of damage to them. So I'm assuming that they're tougher than us, but we're more of us. So
yeah,
it's like an even fight almost.
That passes the turn.
Okay.
On to what I believe now is round 4.
Jesus. These guys won't give up.
Austin, please kick us off round 4. Do something spectacular.
How is
I'm not doing well. I have 9 hit points and I'm going to die next turn.
How is Senator Suckshit looking?
Senator Suckshit's he's looking. Ooh, he's looking like he's still pretty physically capable. Like there's about the only wounds that he's got on his body pretty much are the necrotic marks that you put on his face. And like I said, they're looking actually way better at this point in time, despite the missing teeth that he had to spit out.
Do we have any smoke bombs? I feel like we need smoke bombs at this point.
What, so we can run away and then undo all of our work?
Yeah. Okay, no, we do have to fight. You're up, I guess.
I guess Anne's gonna healing word Rinaldo so he doesn't die like a little bitch.
She cares so much for the handsome one.
You regain 7 health points.
All right.
As she says the healing word in your direction. The healing word is swag.
I think we have an episode title name. The healing word is swag.
All right. I guess that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Senator Suckshit
decides gonna suck extra this turn.
He's gonna try and pass a bill this time, actually, and read the whole thing. And he does.
Warding flare, so he's gonna have to take a disadvantage. Roll again, bitch.
Warding flare? When did you do warding flare?
Just now. Bright light flashes when he goes to attack me, so he has disadvantage.
Oh, okay, fantastic. All right. Then yeah, he misses. So it looks like he's gonna connect, but then poof. You pull a magic trick, a little bit of flash paper, a rabbit out of a hat, what have you. And in mid-strike, he kind of pulls away and attempts to block this ethereal light that flashes up, and then kind of realizes that he's grasping at air, refocuses efforts, and tries to attack again. And he misses both times. You get the impression from the excessive blinking that he's making that it's probably because he was a little blinded by the light.
Was he or was he not revved up like a deuce?
He was not wrapped up like a deuce. No. He was actually kind of flailing more moronically, as if he had some kind of, like, limbic system problem.
I hope that song stuck in your head, everybody.
Oh, God, yeah, now it is. Jesus
Christ.
All right, is he done?
But, yes, sorry, so that Milo's turn is done.
Okay.
And now it moves to Leon,
Okay.
who's sitting at a slightly fresher 16 hit points.
All right. I go for I gotta just smash this guy. So, Rinaldo says whoosh. He says
I just want to be absolutely clear here.
Yeah.
What kind of damage are you guys trying to do?
I'm trying to eat the goddamn guy.
I know you're trying to eat the guy, but
Rinaldo
you kind of declared at the beginning that everybody was doing non-lethal, and I've heard Rinaldo say that he wants to kill. Jayne is trying to eat, and Anne, are you?
We've ignored this plan.
And do you got straight up murder in your eyes?
No, Anne's going non-lethal. She has not been touched. This is a joke to her. She's laughing.
Here's the thing. Rinaldo, in his head, thinks it makes more sense to take these people alive, but he's really angry, and I have to play it that way. So even though it's probably a bad idea, I have to say that he's trying to kill this person.
Is he getting the Kill Bill siren?
Yeah, they're everything has gone red. So he says whoosh and he swings, and he does not hit. I think. So he tries.
God, you are the worst tonight. What
I
the
know.
hell?
I don't know. As a fighter, he's not fighting very well. All right, I try again. And it's even worse.
You could action surge to go again.
Can I action? How do I do that? What do I do?
You just do it.
Declare action surge in your best 1980s blockbuster action voice.
Action surge.
There we go.
That's pretty good, actually.
Do I only get it once an encounter?
It's every rest.
Oh my god, my rollings are terrible. I got a 10, a 9, and a 10. Even after I surged.
Jeez, man.
I surged
you
so
just
hard.
fail at everything today.
Yeah, pretty much. Rinaldo is just not doing that well. If you want to dramatize this, you can go ahead, Johnny.
I mean, I think he's going to.
Yeah,
but...
oh yeah.
All right, sure. So, it looks to you, or it looks to everybody else, onlookers, that you are not so much attacking at this point in time as having a temper tantrum. Both you and Milo are kind of in a similar position where you're getting increasingly desperate with your ineffectivity in what is traditionally your areas of expertise, fighting. So everybody's just kind of sees you out of the corner of their eye, or, directly in the case of Otis, who looks a little bit bewildered at this point in time now, because it really does look like you're just kind of swinging everywhere, sometimes with your eyes closed even. and everybody feels a little awkward.
I do too. Okay, done.
At this point in time, however, Otis, who is incredibly unhappy with the fact that both of his legs are now bleeding profusely from below the knees, decides to refocus his attention to the direwolf, who has managed to drain him of what looks like probably at least a pint.
Ow!
And that's a hit.
Yeah, my armor class is not very good.
And he's going to try and attack you again, Jess. That one's a miss, and one last time. That one's also a miss. So he manages to pick up one of his bloodied legs and sort of swiftly boot you under the chin with it. There's a small sense of accomplishment at that point in time, that afterwards you can't quite tell if he's doing that really weird kung fu posturing.
Okay.
Traditionally called the forms, or a kata if you study karate. Where it looks like the guy is punching the air and kicking, and it's happening around your face, so you're is he trying to hit me, or is he trying to impress me? Because he hasn't really done either. And the turn passes to you.
Alright, wait, so are they both... Is he just the only one attacking me right now?
He's the only one attacking you right now. Senator Suckshit is still locked in Congress.
Yeah, nothing's happening over here in the wolf form.
You missed both?
Yep, 7 and 5.
Do I just need to solo this entire encounter? You got...
I've done damage, and so has she. But
I've done 13 damage, man. I've been able to hold a little bit.
You want to take this episode off, guys?
You want to retcon all of this? No. Okay.
Come on, half the fun is sucking. Come on now.
It is.
I'm pretty sure half the fun is sucking is an even better title than the other one.
Yeah.
Although I would argue it's usually most of the fun, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Whatever title you want to go with, but I'm kind of partial to mine. Whatever. I'd like to name one episode of Dice Funk. That would be great.
Are you done then? You missed. We got to speed this up. We got to get.
Yes, I'm afraid Jess is finished. So round 5, the chalice passes to Anne, who's wrecking shop.
It is, although this guide isn't actually that much worse for wear, apparently.
At this point in time, I'll say that Milo is looking yards ahead of how well Otis is looking.
All right. Anne's going to summon up some more necrotic energy and attempt to slam her fist into his face with magic again.
All right, and that was an AC check, right?
Oh, no, I miss.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Actually, no, hold on. I botched, and I'm a halfling. Halflings have an ability called Halfling Luck, where you can re-roll a botch.
Austin, you read the books too much. I need
Split
to read
out.
the books again.
I still missed, but this time it was not a botch.
Yeah, it was. So it was kind of like, you reached for a jar of cookies. You had this like brief vision of your childhood, of like a tin of biscuits on a, I guess objectively speaking, not a very high shelf, but it was high for you at the time. And you were like, I can get it, and then like you jumped, and then you like hit the shelf and knocked something really expensive off. But then we're like, I can get it, and then you actually did the second time. You got in trouble that day for breaking the urn of your father's ashes.
Oh my god, that's dark.
That took a dark turn into what the fuck?
But let me tell you, those biscuits tasted really, really good. And for the first time in your life, you felt like you accomplished something. Yeah, this is not that time. Because the second time, you were just like, I can get it! I didn't get it. And for some reason now, you really want biscuits.
All right, we gotta hurry up, guys. We're running out of time. Next turn.
All right. So a president sucks shit now because I believe he's probably moved up in the Republic of Suck Shit. He's running after you still, Austin.
Bring it, homie.
Damn it!
Oh, he's missing for days.
And he is just he's swinging. He is swinging, but nothing's connecting.
At this point, Anne is like literally dancing around him. Like she doesn't know how to dance, but she's making it look good.
Leon, you're up.
All right. I swing. Do I have look? Also, you keep pulling all these weird like loophole rules out of your hat. Like, wait a minute, the moon is full, so I can do this. Is there any shit like that for my human fighter? He's just like
Leon. This is why it pays to actually be familiar with your character and remember rules and things like that. Because there are all these little tricks and like little bits where you're sort of like, oh, gee, ha.
Well, remember, Leon, we specifically talked about your character to make it easy for you because you're not super familiar with the rules. So we gave you the simplest class and the simplest archetype of that class.
Okay. He's a
lug. So your things, you have things. They're second wind and action surge, and you've done them.
Okay. Sorry. Well, then I just roll like normal.
Your other main thing is you crit on 19s and 20s.
Only natural, though. Only natural 19s and 20s.
That missed, and that also missed. So.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This fucking fight is gonna take forever.
Folks at home, that was an 11 and a 9. So this is the worst.
Otis does another breathing thing. And he's looking a little bit better. And that's his turn. Passes to Jess.
All right, let's beat the fuck out of this guy. Yeah, 22.
All right, that's a hit.
Awesome.
Roll to kill, please.
Rip his kibbles off.
10.
That's good.
All right. So progressively, over the course of the fight, you can see that Otis has been kind of fighting a losing battle. He's looking pretty ragged. Especially considering that, you put a bite into his arm at this point in time. You kind of grab his wrist, and one of his fists kind of loosens up a little bit. He's obviously not in as good shape as he would like to be. Still bleeding profusely now from 3 limbs, and is maybe beginning to look a little bit pale. I mean, not like student pale, more like...
Is he going to make a DC 13 to keep his feet?
You bet he will. He does keep his feet.
All right. Is that my turn again?
It is. Round 6.
All right. Here we go again. Spadow, 21.
Nice.
21's a hit.
Yup.
What are you doing exactly?
Oh, that's to say it's inflict wounds again.
Okay, inflict wounds.
Yep.
That's the necrotic damage one? Okay.
22 damage.
22
Nice.
damage.
Eat 1,000 dicks.
You get both your hands on his chest, kind of like his upper chest where his shoulders are, and just kind of slam as hard as you possibly can, right? He doesn't move, but then you just kind of see his chest cavity collapse and his head tumbles forward into where his stomach would have been. And when it's kind of tumbling to the ground, there's a pile of goo and then just legs and arms.
Wait, what?
Yep.
That motherfucker's dead. I think is what he's trying to say.
He's apparently goo as well.
You just basically completely decayed that man's entire torso.
You can't non-lethally attack someone with zombie powers.
I mean, you can rules as written, but that's totally within GM purview to say that I killed the hell out of him because I used death magic.
You use death magic, Austin. There's no fucking non-lethal death magic.
Well, oops, I killed mine.
You can't just be I'm only gonna make it half death magic. I hope you get a cold.
Yeah, I don't think you could actually do that now.
All right.
Anne looks over at you two, who have so far been unable to subdue one person in a 2-on-1 fight, while I have not only avoided getting so much as a scratch, but have murdered a dude 1-on-1. And Anne just starts cracking the fuck up.
Is it my go? I just want to smash.
It is your go, actually, because
All right.
Milo is now a pile of things.
Okay. My go. 12.
A pile of things.
My God, everything is bad.
Oh, you botched.
12 and a 5.
Oops. All right.
Oopsie doodle.
The dice aren't with me tonight.
Okay. So
That's because we're not playing on our normal night.
Yeah.
The last remaining I would say assailant, but remember that you guys are the invaders here.
Yeah, well, at least we're not goo.
The last remaining defender of this sacred space is still pretty pissed at the wolf.
Yeah, he is.
And goes for an attack.
Oh shit.
And nails the first one.
Ow.
Where is it?
There it is.
No, sorry, I'm looking for...
No, wait, it's over there.
Shut up.
Awesome.
God, why do you gotta be such a dick?
All right. So the first one, this is a different technique here. Okay. So that's 3, and then
He went from the crane technique to the dangling participle.
so you take 10 damage from that attack, Jess.
Oh, that's not too bad. Okay.
No, but you can tell that he put he put a lot of effort into that one. Once again, if the Kung Fu cameras were on, you'd be absolutely certain that there would be a slow-mo time where after hitting you with kind of with both fists, sort of around your shoulder neck area, you can see his hand shake a little bit in slow motion. And he does have this weird deranged look of rictus on his face. He put some
stank on it.
he put some final effort into that.
That's cool. Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Sweet. Kicked his ass, crit!
Natural 20.
So what? That's 3d6, right? Because I usually do 2d6.
But the bonus gets added afterwards, doesn't it? Or is it with the bonus? I can't remember.
No, I mean, so she's gonna get 2d6 plus 3, or whatever, and then just get another roll. So it doesn't really matter if it gets added before or after. It's just
No, I thought it was no. The damage is something it's is it? I don't remember. Fuck. I thought it was something else. I remember looking at the crit rules in 5th edition and being ooh, that's different.
Alright, well, do you want me to do it all together or you want me to do it separate?
You get to roll extra dice, roll all the attack damage twice, add them together, then add relevant modifiers.
Okie dokie.
So how do I do that?
So what's your regular wolf attack is how much?
2d6 plus 3.
So it would be you roll 4d6 and then add 3.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So
46 plus 3. Oh.
So 17 if you add 3.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. So 17. In one very swift snap of the jaws, your arm collection increases.
Hooray!
Only, by the time the arm hits the ground, it looks less like a whole arm and more like a chicken wing that somebody has kind of half gone at already. All the meaty upper parts are suspiciously not attached to the bone. And you guys notice while recovering after the fracas that Jess is making some really unpleasant slurping sounds.
Oh no.
Otis, meanwhile, collapses to the floor and continues to gush blood from his newly found orifice. Dead.
I go through their pockets.
Leon!
Yes.
You find a key!
Yes, I found a thing. I'm adding it to my equipment list. I love doing that.
Good thing you didn't have to roll to find that key.
Yeah, I know. I would have fallen on my ass for no reason.
You would have tripped and got impaled on it.
I'm going to become a human right now because, oh my god.
Alright.
We need to take a short rest anyway, so we're gonna so we can heal after this fight.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you guys are in a real safe place to do that.
We only need an hour, and it's like it's the
an
middle of the
hour
night.
in a guard room in a secret occult dungeon underneath an academy.
Yep.
I mean, hey, you do what you want, man. You go right ahead.
Here's my problem. I have 16 hit points, and if we fight the boss soon, I ain't gonna win. So,
Hang on. Well, I've turned back into a human, so what I'm gonna do is, because when I wild shape again, I'm gonna go right back to 37 anyway.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cure wounds your ass.
Okay. How do we do that?
She rolls D8.
With dice rolls!
Plus
Well,
wisdom.
obviously, I just mean how many.
It's
but
a
okay.
D8 plus what?
Your wisdom ability modifier, because you're a druid.
You heal 9.
Okay, so I'm at 25. That's more than I was before I started the fight. So
And Jayne, every time you transmogrify, your hit points reset, right?
Yeah, whenever I wild shape, it goes back to whatever the max health of that animal is.
Right, but when you go back to human,
You go back to what you were at.
I
Yeah,
go back
you
to
go
what
back.
I was at, which is 19.
yeah, you were at a full 19. Okay,
Yes.
good. All right, just double checking here. All right, so I've got Leon at 25, Austin at 22, Jayne at 19.
Mm-hmm.
So
All
we're
right.
not gonna short rest then?
You guys make your own choices.
I wasn't talking to you, Johnny.
I'm not.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Ronaldo's healed up, and Jayne, when next time she needs to fight, she'll be back to her maximum wolf health. And you didn't get hit much, right?
I didn't get hit at all, but I don't have full health because I've leveled up since our last long rest. Jayne, you have 6 spell slots, and you're going to spend the whole next fight in wolf form, so you're not going to need them. Why don't you just cure wounds us both full?
Okay, sure, why not? How many?
While they're curing, I go to that table that had all those missives and stuff, and I scan for
Mhm.
anything related to our quest, like names
Well,
that
I
we
only
know.
have 4 slots though for level 1, so
You can cast cure wounds as a second level, then it'll be 2d8 plus 3.
Okay, then I'll do that. And for you, I guess. Alright, so 2d8 plus 3 would be 9.
Alright, so now I'm at full.
All right, so Austin, that's 27, right?
I'm at 29 is my full.
29, yeah, right. Sorry. Wait, you're 29?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm at level 4. Everyone else is at level 3.
I mixed up. Leon, what's your max hit points?
My maximum hit points is 29, but I'm at 25 right now.
Okay, for some reason I had one of you down. I had Austin down as 27. Okay. All right. So Jess, are you going to heal Leon up to full too? He's at 25 out of 29 right now.
Sure. There.
All right, so I'm at max. Thank you.
So I have no level 1 spells left. All I have is my cantrips.
I investigate the missives and stuff. Do I roll for that, or can I just, like, poke around?
No, I mean, they're papers on a table. You shuffle them around a little bit. You find that there's a lot of documentation on the tables. There's a schedule, for example. There are a couple of instructions to the guard about treating the subject. You keep seeing that set of words: the subject, the subject, the subject.
Okay.
Jess, you have you still have 2 level 1 slots, and you have 1 second level slot.
Wait, what? I thought I only had,
At level 3, druids have 4 first level slots and 2 second level slots. You've spent 2 first levels on curing Rinaldo and 1 second level on me, so you have 2 and 1.
Okay, yeah, I'm dumb. Okay, yeah, whatever.
You know what? I take back what I said before. I am actually glad I'm just a fighter. I cannot remember all that shit.
Simple single-digit arithmetic.
Right, yeah, I'm fine with this, actually. Okay, if there's nothing... Basically, is there anything in the notes about... is there anything in the notes that, like, a map that says where... How do I put this? That says anything about where Ulick is?
You find a cartoonish crayon-drawn map that says, "Map of my home," only the E in home is backwards.
Oh, God.
And it looks like a child has drawn the front of a house.
See, I told you there were flowers for Algernoning him.
I think it's more complicated than that.
You don't find that at all. I'm being
Oh, God damn it.
I'm being specious.
God damn it.
Right?
I was gonna steal it, but it doesn't exist. Okay, is there anything else on the table that I find interesting or valuable?
Everything on the table that you find, like, information-wise is really nebulous. There are a lot of other buzzwords that kind of, like, bump out at you, such as, like, preparing, the preparation. Like, there's a lot of language about getting ready and things like that. And then the other phrase that turns up, is just, they talk about, like, the date, the time, when it arrives, like, passage of time and a particular event. Also very frequently mentioned in these documents, but none of the language is specific. There are no names, there are no dates, no specific times, not even numbers or directions to rooms or anything like that. It's all very nebulously worded.
Okay.
And you get the impression from viewing, like, repeated documents that this is a strict rule rather than, say, idle absence of thought.
Okay. All right. I look at my group and I say, we need to keep moving. It's possible that someone heard all of this, bones falling all over the place. So we need to keep moving and get out of here. So I motion for us to leave the room, and apparently there were, like, some stairs or something.
Yeah. As you turn around to exit the room, the door, which has kind of been only just ajar at this point in time, kind of closes, not so abruptly, just as though, like, a draft and a cold gust of wind had taken it or something. And as it shuts, a little harder than you'd think it would, from closing it at such, like, a short angle, you notice a sign on the door swing at the force that says, "Out for now, be back later."
God damn it.
Next time on Dice Funk.
The private jet finally touches down in Ibiza, and David Bowie leans across the aisle and says to the party, casually, but with an intonation of sinisterness, "So, do you guys like to party?"
This is so neat, you guys. I can't believe we found the Crystal Palace of amazingness.
I think Jayne's just building another person out of limbs.
Hey, Avandra, it's Anne again. So, about these new murders. As usual, our theme song is A Fistful of Nickels, the overclocked remix arrangement of Shadow's theme from Final Fantasy VI. Executive producers for Dice Funk for this month are Joseph Tombrello, Jason, Wayne Witzke, Brent, Taylor Hoyt, T4RK4, Jorit, Viger Arnston, The Cult of Gorfanax, Chris Hargadon, Jacques Lindsay, Michael Goodell, Kevin Seidlow, August Rue, Cody Jackson, Christopher Charlo, Giorgio Renna, and Marcus Williams. You can support this show, as well as our other various creative endeavors, by visiting our Patreon pages at patreon.com/AustinYorsky, patreon.com/RenegadeCut, or patreon.com/FoolsGold. You can also follow us on Twitter, rate us on iTunes, download us on Podbean, haunt our channel awesome comments, or basically just stalk us anywhere on the internet. Welcome to the cyberpunk future William Gibson warned us about.